Moving swiftly on, down to the last two sessions for the day. We heard a lot there about the layering up of learning, as markets become more sophisticated with open banking. But we wouldn't be here this year without talking to some degree about AI and, of course, ChatGPT. There are very few businesses in the world, possibly ever, that will scale to 100+ million customers in less than a year. But of course, massive adoption also poses massive questions when it comes to advanced technologies based on data sets, perhaps that we don't know where that data has come from or how it's been got. To that end, I'm thrilled to welcome to the stage Sebnem from Klarna. She's a lawyer, going to be talking about the ethical AI revolution and the touch point between ethics, between AI, finance, and customers. Sebnem, welcome.
I have a question to start with. You've all heard of artificial intelligence, it's part of our lives, but have you considered that artificial intelligence can be used to lead an ethical revolution? Have you considered that this technology can help us make the moral leap in our evolution that I argue we're missing? I want to talk a little bit about our evolution. So at one point during our human evolution, our brain structures, our neural networks, reached to certain complexity that a unique type of intelligence has emerged. That's human intelligence. Compared to other biological beings, which store and transfer information, data, through their genes, which we also do, human intelligence is unique because it can explain the world around itself, potentially the entire universe. So this explanatory intelligence is what helped us make an intellectual leap. And it's also what allowed us to dominate this world. What it also meant is that our survival relied a little bit too much on this dominance. We basically created power structures that serve us, and we got away with not really completing our moral development as humanity. I know it's a little bit uncomfortable to admit that. We are intelligent beings, but we are underdeveloped morally. But when you look around the world, yes, we have come up with human rights and some concept of morality, but how we treat each other, the state of the world, how we treat the planet, other species, our mere lack of ability to solve grand problems with fairness, it just shows that we rely on some sort of evolutionary luck that emerged. So we got away with it so far, but what's happening, why I'm talking about this right now, is because with artificial intelligence, we are mimicking our own neural networks, our own brain structures. So as I said, it was our intelligence, our brain structures that got so complex that our intelligence emerged, right? So once artificial intelligence also reaches sufficient level of complexity, a superior intelligence will emerge. What it means is that we will lose our dominance. My second question to you is that, are you comfortable? Are you prepared to live in a world where the superior intelligence applies the same moral standards that we apply? Do you think we would be treated with dignity? Do you think we would be relevant? Do you think we would survive? Let's pause at that question, come back to the financial world a little bit. And I want you to imagine two future scenarios. In the first scenario, it's a world where powerful AI systems are fueled by biased historical data. They're riddled with discriminatory practices, deepening economic, social divides, trapping underprivileged communities into economic hardship. Initially, it serves its creators, but eventually becomes so powerful that it gets out of control and basically creates a repressive economic system that we are all slaves of. In this world, there are unchecked AI systems that reach certain level of autonomy that they can exploit vulnerabilities within financial markets. So it executes high-frequency trades at lightning speed, maximizing profits, again, initially for its creators, but then at one point it figures out, wait, I have a different cause. So it basically does it for itself, and we lose control. So all of this at the expense of our dignity, our freedoms, our autonomy. And it eventually leads to a collapse of the economic ecosystem that we build where we flourish, right? And basically a breakdown of societal trust and civilization. Or we imagine a world where we were wise enough from the beginning to collaborate with this technology and see the opportunity to tackle grand-scale problems, shifting our thinking, current moral thinking of maximizing self-interest outcomes in every decision we make. We use this immense power of AI basically to find more optimum solutions, win-win-win solutions. Yes, let's maximize profits and our self-interest, but also asking what's fair for society, other species, for the planet. That's what AI offers us right now. And then in this world, in this imagined world, with regards to the economic system, there are AI algorithms that are meticulously, thoughtfully designed so they work to level the playing field in the financial markets. There are systems that enhance accessibility for underserved communities. It enables individuals, businesses, anyone with good ideas who wants to innovate to access a whole range of financial services so that everyone has equal opportunity to prosperity and everyone creates value. We don't divide the cake, we expand it. There are predictive analysis and tailored recommendations where everyone is informed about their financial decisions. They're making more informed, smarter financial decisions. And we all achieve our economic goals. So you might think the first scenario is too dark and not so likely. And the second one is a utopian idea. I argue that the first scenario is where we're headed, and in that scenario, we don't survive. And the second one is not a utopian dream. It's simply an active, collective decision we make towards an ethical commitment. And I'm not trying to be wishy-washy. There's a caveat. So we're forging ahead into the age of AI. Right now, this sounds a bit science fiction-y, but right now, it's just a field of computer science. It's just a tool to us. So we have right now, we are aware of future capabilities and risks, but right now we have a small window where we can collaborate with AI and tackle the bigger problems that we couldn't solve ourselves, that has plagued us for generations. And it's also, the caveat is that it's not optional. Our survival depends on it because, as I said, the short window is until a superior intelligence emerges. And we want to draft a better moral code that it will apply on us also. What does it mean in practice? to me, in practice, first of all, it means very genuinely embedding morals, ethics, human rights into the very design of AI. So every choice we make in developing, deploying, simply using AI should reflect an ethical commitment, an ethical choice. Secondly, we can't truly achieve this vision where AI, reflects human spirit in silos. So we need a collaborative effort which transcends the boundaries of nationality, industry, expertise. So we need engineers, ethicists, policymakers, entrepreneurs, visionaries to work together to actively be interested in solving moral problems as part of their businesses, creating new business models, but also governance models, also revolutionizing institutions, and making sure that both in short term, the applicability of AI, and in the future, the superior, powerful intelligence becomes something that serves humanity with integrity and compassion. And why am I here talking at Fintech Surge to you guys about this? Is because the financial sector holds immense power to turn AI into this powerful mechanism. It's the financial sector that can basically innovate, come up with new ideas where we can distribute financial resources more equitably. It's the financial sector that can find ways to create equal opportunities of prosperity for everyone. Financial sector does have a huge role in building an inclusive, equitable, prosperous society. So it's basically my call into action to all of you, regardless of your roles, your reach of influence, to be thought leaders, to basically understanding your role in building this immense power. Already, if you're listening to me now and understanding the urgency of the need to make a moral leap in our evolution, and also recognizing that in this short window, while AI is a tool for us, we can lead an ethical revolution. This is already a good step, and you can reflect this in your decisions, in your creations, wherever you are. And then thereafter, I believe we can build a future where the triumph of AI, whatever emerges from it, will be synonymous to triumph of ethics and human spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Sebnem. Inspiring talk. Do we have a question for Sebnem? Yep.
So cheers, thank you for that. I never thought I'd think about it in the way that you've described it. Do you think that government has a role to play in terms of shaping the ethical use of AI? Because I think for people like myself and maybe some people in this room, ethics is probably the last thing I think about when I'm trying to put a product together. It's normally the maximizing the profits that you talk about. So do you think government has a role to play with it?
Yes. I certainly believe so. That's why I come from Stockholm. I work at Europe's first AI-powered bank, Klarna, but I also have an ethical AI initiative because I'm deeply concerned about these things. So as part of my work, I am monitoring the developments in AI policy in EU. We have the first comprehensive AI legislation, for example. I think it's going to be a very effective tool, but I don't think it's enough because we don't want just another checklist compliance mechanism. We want genuine action. That's why my angle is more from a moral leap perspective, because we all have to own this. So if it's only about keeping regulators happy, yeah, it's just going to be costly. But we have to understand the opportunities and the risks ourselves, so that I really believe in like individual impact also. But without regulation, of course, there will be, we need the leading principles and guidelines, and of course governments are important players.
We have one more.
I'm Harshit Jain from Credor. Thank you very much, Sebnem, for highlighting the various aspects of the ethical AI. My question is actually relating to how AI is being used today, which is that all the boring and repetitive tasks is something that we want AI to use, and the human comes in for bringing the experience and expertise, right? That is the traditional model how companies, and particularly banks with whom I work, they have been using this model. So the question is, if AI is going to only learn the very routine tasks, then how will it learn the more experienced stuff that is there, if humans are not going to train it for replacing their experience into the AI model? So that's a question that I had.
The microphone is not that good, so I'm hearing half the questions. I hope I heard the question well. But I think it's really important to, like, first of all, have the mindset of it's not like AI versus humans, but it's humans and AI versus just humans. So reskilling is the first thing. But how do we reskill? We really need to understand the strengths and weaknesses of AI. This is more short term, like how can we harness the benefit of AI? So there are certain aspects, like more repetitive, continuous, tedious tasks that AI is good at, and it doesn't make sense to use our skills and talent and creativity on those tasks. But then there's still like contextual awareness or common sense, human relationships, those type of tasks we can't currently assign to AI. So we need to understand that like there's a gradual approach. But for example, many banks banned the use of ChatGPT. I work at the world's first bank that uses ChatGPT Enterprise. We are obviously aware of the risks. We are a licensed bank also. And yeah, just like focusing on the lower risk applicability of AI is our approach. We don't have to go and like try to build the AI model that will make creditworthiness assessments. Like, that's not the first thing we're going to do. That's obviously high risk, but we have it is contributing to our productivity and other, like our products and how we reduce costs in our products and towards our customers immensely. So we start from low risk.
Thank you very much, Sebnem. Well, we must leave it there, but thank you. Please give Sebnem a warm round of applause. Thanks again. Good to see you.